So we begin our class 6B. Good morning, class. Just raise your thumbs and wish me back. Raise your thumbs. Yeah. Good morning. So we have done the first two chapters in history, right? The first chapter we did it together. Then the second chapter was done by Neha ma'am. And now we have the third chapter, the farmers and herders. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Just put up a thumb again. Okay. So we will be beginning. Okay. So we will be beginning the farmers and herders today. And as I will be explaining, I'll be sending you a recorded explanation of the chapter where we will be reading the chapter as well as understanding it. But before we go into it, just let me give you a small little briefing. In the previous chapter, the earliest people, we did the various stone ages. We talked about the ages when early man lived. So he lived in the early times, and that period is referred as the Stone Age. Clear? Then we were knowing that in the previous chapter that the Stone Age was divided into three periods, and they were the Paleolithic Age, then number two, Mesolithic Age, and number three, the Neolithic Age. Now, Paleolithic Age means Old Stone Age. Clear? And Mesolithic Age means Middle Stone Age. Neolithic Age means New Stone Age. So we know that there are three Stone Ages. And why they are called Stone Ages? They are called Stone Ages because most of the tools, whether they were for hunting, whether they were for agriculture, for any domestic use, they made things out of stone. Like today we have pottery of maybe of steel. We use utensils, proper utensils and vessels made of steel and plastic. In those times, for anything, for any use, even for keeping things like utensils and other things, they only used things made of stones. Clear? So that is why this period is basically called the Stone Age. There's no other reason. Most of the tools were made of stone, and the utensils were made of stone. The agricultural things were made of stones. So that is why it is the Stone Age. And then it was divided into three parts: Paleolithic, Mesolithic, and Neolithic. Now, Paleolithic period was the earliest. जब सबसे पहले early man आया ज़माने में जिंदगी में. So it was from 2 million years to 10,000 BC. The Paleolithic age. It was the oldest age. And Paleolithic age was divided again into three parts. And those three parts were Lower Paleolithic age, Middle Paleolithic age, and Upper Paleolithic age. Clear? I will be sending all these details to you in a recorded class. Clear? The proper explanation class. But just for your knowledge, I'm just telling you. So basically, during these stone ages, the tools were made of stones. Now, in the Paleolithic age, they were just hand axes, etc. Then there were, in the Middle Paleolithic age, there were scrapers, borers, etc. Then for Upper Paleolithic age, they used the flints, the blades, the projectile pointing tools, etc. Then came the Mesolithic age, followed by Neolithic age. Now, in the Mesolithic age, that means in the Middle Stone Age, the tools which were used were microliths. Now, what are microliths? Microliths are very, very small tools. The small tools. Have you seen a razor, the blade? with which your dad must be shaving his beard, etc. So those were the blade-sized tools. They were the microlith tools. Okay. So then came the Neolithic period. It was 8000 BC to 4000 BC that the Neolithic period began. Clear? It is the most new period, new Stone Age it was. Now, in this period, the tools became refined. They were well polished. The early man used to give them proper shape. They were not crude tools. Earlier, they just used to follow two methods, the pressure flaking and the stone on stone tools. You remember? You remember the previous chapter? So, but now they were making tools which were very refined, they were well polished and well maintained. Now, in the previous chapter, right now I'm just talking about the previous chapter only. I hope you understand, isn't it? You must have done it with Neha ma'am. Thumbs up if you have a yes for it. So, I'm right now just going through the revision of the previous chapter that you've done. Since I did not take that chapter, so I'm just trying to update you. Okay, okay, thank you. So, in the previous chapter, we know that early man took up to from food gathering. That means he used to roam around and gather food or hunt food. So he was living a nomadic life. So it was in the Paleolithic period and Mesolithic period that he was doing this. By the time Mesolithic period, that is Middle Stone Age, came to an end, he started food production. That means from food gatherer, he became food producer. He could produce his own food. So he no longer had to go for hunting. He no longer had to shift from one place to another. So he started producing his own food. Now, once he started producing his own food, that means he got opportunity to live a settled life. He settled in one place and looked forward for his food production. Then in the previous chapter, we also come to know about the domestication of animals. The early man domesticated various animals, maybe for his as his pets, but also for he can use them. So domesticating animals for their use was also another thing. And among those animals, the few animals which he domesticated were sheep, goat, cattle, dog. A dog was a pet. Goat could be used for milk and meat, and the cattle, that means cow, buffaloes, etc., could also be used for milk and meat at that time. Then the next we dealt about in the previous chapter, previous, not present, previous chapter we talked about discovery of fire. Now, discovery of fire was by chance. He did everything by chance. Please don't take snapshots. I get an idea. Everything, when the call ends, everything gets recorded. That who took a snapshot. It comes under your name. Next time, if I see you all doing all these silly things, I will remove those children. And as you know, the link is blocked. I don't open it often and on. So don't disturb me with all this. I know you all are looking very good. Okay. So now the discovery of fire was another very useful thing, in which earlier he was eating raw food. Now he was eating cooked. So with the invention of fire, now this invention of fire was also by chance he got this. He was rubbing two stones and a flame came out, and there must be dried leaves somewhere near. It caught fire. And earlier he was scared of that fire because it could burn anyone. But gradually a raw piece of meat fell inside it. And since early man knew that if he'll pick it up, he'll get burnt, so he did not pick it up. So when the fire got extinguished, the fire bujh gayi, extinguished, it was then that he picked up that piece and he ate. And then he realized that cooked meat was delicious, was more tasty than the raw meat. So in this way he discovered fire. Now once the fire was discovered, number of his problems were solved. Like fire gave him light, it gave him heat, it protected him against wild animals, and he could use it for cooking as the food turned more delicious. Then in the previous chapter, we also talked about rock paintings. Now earlier, the early man was busy in hunting and collecting food. Now once he knew the art of making his own food, once he knew the growing of food, so he knew he had ample time. Now he was not running around for his food all over the place. He was not wasting his time in hunting, in moving, in running behind the animals. So this gave him ample time as free time. So during those free times, now he could go on for his refinements. Like he made better tools now. Earlier, he just picked up any tool, hunted the animal. But now he knew he can make his own food, so he had time. He settled at one place. He was not worried about his food, so he had time to make polished tools. He could sit for hours and make the pointed tools, refined tools, and give them shape and proper shape. And so on came the art of painting. It was not that they were great painters and could draw anything, but yes, they could definitely draw figures just in a very crude way. And since paper was not discovered at that time, and there were no pencils and pens at that time, so he used sticks or stones only to draw on cave walls. Now, these cave walls were basically the sources of our information even today. There are a number of sites and places given where these cave paintings are still available and could be seen. So the historians and archaeologists went and studied these paintings, and they came to a number of facts that yes, what early man did and how he lived his life. So now this was a small little briefing of what early man did in the Paleolithic period and in the Mesolithic period. Now the third chapter, that is the farmers and herders, talks about the third period, that is the Neolithic period, which was also mentioned in the previous chapter which you have done. But there they only gave you a small little briefing of the chapter. Now this third chapter deals in detail about the Neolithic period. Neolithic period means the new Stone Age. The Stone Age is still there. That means the tools were still made of stones. But the tools were more refined. They were more proper. They were more polished. So this is what we will be dealing. And for today, whatever I have recorded, whatever I have said is the total introduction of your second chapter and beginning of your first chapter. So I could have begun the first chapter today only, but I knew that it has been a long gap that you had done the second chapter. So I just briefed you up with the second chapter in this recording. Now, very shortly, maybe in 10-15 minutes, I'll be sending you the line wise explanation of the third chapter. Clear? So, I'm sending you the explanation, and now we end this call, and you all can move off. If you have any questions regarding your previous two chapters or regarding anything, कुछ भी मुझसे पूछना है, you are free to ask right now. I end this call here and I'm ready to take up your questions now.